All right, guys, we have a bunch of non-negotiables that we are going to implement for 2024. We should already be doing most of these, but we just wanted to touch on them and highlight a few key things so that, again, we can all hold each other accountable, because that is the best thing. If one of us forgets, someone can call us out. If any of us forgets, we can call each other out. So once we know them, then we just do them automatically, and it's obviously going to create a way better feeling in our locations. And then for us as well, we don't think about like, oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know I was supposed to do that. So non-negotiables. When members cancel, they are going to rate our locations on 3 criteria. First one is, how did they feel the workouts assisted them towards their goals? So that is our product delivery. So obviously in all the videos that we're going to put out of us talking about, the build phase and upcoming phases, how do we apply our knowledge and expertise to make those sessions and give those people just that little bit extra so they feel like, okay, these guys know what they're talking about. So obviously they're getting the most out of it. It's assisting towards their goals. The next one that they get rate, or that they rate us on, is the cleanliness, which is what I'm going to touch on in a second. The third criteria is, how do they rate the atmosphere? So we're going to see a video from Lefty on that as well. And that comes down to, when someone enters the space, how do they feel when they walk in? Is the music down and quiet? Is the coach down the very back of the gym? They walk in, no one greets them, it feels stale and stagnant. Or is the coach there at the front of the room, greeting them every single time? They know exactly what the workout is. They say, oh, you've got this injury, you're going to do this, this, and this, and this. And they go, oh, they're actually thinking about me. It creates a way better vibe in location. So cleanliness is what we're going to talk about now. First thing, when people walk in, the floor. What does the floor look like? So we know, obviously, after the morning sessions and after the evening sessions, that floor is going to get vacuumed. We have cleaners that come in and help us out as well on the weekends. Also with the floor, we are lucky enough in our locations to have chalk available, but if chalk is used excessively, and let's say after a morning block, that floor is not mopped before the afternoon block, that is unacceptable. It needs to be mopped. So at all locations, there are mops. If you don't know where it is, make sure the floor is vacked, and then that floor is mopped to clean up any chalk as well. So floor is a big one, because obviously you're going to be laying down, and if someone sits down first thing in the morning, they go, oh, I just sat in a bunch of hair. That's obviously not a nice feeling. Understandably, in between sessions, it can get quite tough, but if you run the session efficiently and you've got 10 minutes before the next session starts, you might be able to give a quick next to the door, and that just gives the perception of the member that like, oh, it's pretty clean. So members do think about this quite a lot, and we do obviously receive positive and negative feedback about cleanliness, about the floor. So make sure that one. Bathrooms is the next one as well. So if you're working on a Monday and you go in and you check the bathrooms to see what has been done cleaning wise. So are the showers clean? Are the toilets clean? Is there toilet paper there? Is there paper towel? What do the basins and sink tops look like? Also, if there's anything ever missing, or that it's not as clean as you think it should be, message us. Make sure we say, hey, the cleaners haven't been doing this, or there's no hand towels, or the toilet paper's running low, or the hand soap's running low. Let us know. Cody, he's obviously doing a lot more of the stock take or stock items for that as well. So you can let him know, you can let myself know, Lefty, Cass, whoever, but just make sure that it's all there, clean and tidy, presentable. If the mirrors have watermarks, if there's dust anywhere excessively, we should be all over that, making sure that it is super presentable. Equipment. This is a big one. We obviously want to make sure that everyone gets the same experience with how the room is set up. So use the members to your advantage, and make sure that once they finish a station, they reset that station how it was presented to them where they came into it. So a trick that I've been using at AC is, in each one of the sessions, I've almost got one person who's like our supervisor. So at 6:30, it's Bronwyn. I say, hey, Bronwyn, look over here. Did the boys leave those plates up against the rig tidy at all? And she'd be like, no, that's not up to Albany Creek standard. You need to do that again. They go, oh, damn, I didn't know. They fix it up. Cool, it looks tidy. It's a bit of fun. It's a bit of a joke, but it gets the members engaged, because it is, again, at the end of the day, their space that they're training in. So if we can hold them accountable, and they know that we put time and effort into making that space look presentable, clean, tidy, and organized for them so they can execute their workouts as efficiently as possible. We want them to do the same thing. So use the members to your advantage when it comes to keeping the equipment organized and presentable before each session. That will then lead us on into packing up as well. So at the end of the session, if you are organized and you have, well, the boards should already be written up, but if you know what the workout is the next day, and then if you are super organized and you know what the workout is the day after, and you know where equipment can go, sometimes it might take 5 minutes for yourself and all the members to move all that gear into the correct position, and it saves you an hour or 90 minutes, depending on how much gear we have to get out. But get the members to help you with that as well. Say, hey, on Monday we're doing box jumps, Thursday there's box jumps, but that's down on the turf. I might move the boxes down there. So then the coach on Wednesday who's doing the setup is like, oh, the boxes are already here. This is sick. I'm just going to pull them straight out. You know, we can obviously help each other out more in that regard. And that obviously just makes our lives a hell of a lot easier. So that's key with setup as well. When you leave the gym, you want to think that if I was to walk in the morning to execute that following session, that I shouldn't need to touch a thing. So if the coach in the morning comes in and they look at the dumbbell rack and it's slightly out of order, that's annoying. The coach has to go, I need to change this. If they walk past the plates, say, oh, these plates aren't in order, or those plates are off, or the TRX aren't at the right height, or there's just a pile of mats here, what are they doing? The gym should be set up so that person, all they have to do when they come in the morning is open the door, turn on the TVs, put on the music, chill, wait for the members to arrive, have a look at their list, who's coming in. That's all they need to focus on, as opposed to, the gym's not exactly precisely how it should be. Now that we know this, we can call each other out and hold each other accountable to those standards on cleanliness. If you do have any questions on cleanliness, let us know. That's probably a long video.
7 minutes.
But cleanliness is important. Cheers.